Yeah, Tony, just watching about a half a dozen soccer games, watching Real Madrid with a meltdown here in the first half. But some exciting soccer going on. I'm watching, not really in action with any premiums on the site, but I love Champions League soccer. Really the highest quality of European football there is. So, yeah, and focusing on this card and more winners tonight. Can't miss here on the show with you, Tony. Maybe we should do the I should do the whole card with you.
Yeah, we've been on fire here with the games here, and of course tonight you picked up one of the game of the nights here. We're getting a lot of really good coverage on the games here. Let me check this here real quick. All right, tonight we've got the Suns here hosting the Warriors. The Suns they opened at 2.5. It's down to 1.5, so we're seeing some money here on the Warriors in this one. Total sits at 227.
Yeah, and that's because these two teams kind of, I don't know, kind of follow the same pattern. A lot of people say, oh, the trends, the head-to-heads doesn't matter sometimes, and maybe it doesn't when you're talking about, Eastern Conference versus Western Conference, where they'll meet as frequently or whatever. But here you got two quality teams that are very familiar with each other, living in each other's back pockets, really, when it comes to this series with Golden State and Phoenix. So far this year, Golden State's playing off the charts with their uh, offense and their scoring. They're gone over in all three games so far, but Phoenix has gone under in all three. Although, well, maybe a push for some people, not for me. Had a winner in their game that was a push, but shop for the best price and all that. When these two teams meet, Tony, it's kind of always a lower scoring game, and that's because of the Phoenix Suns and the way they play. We know that they're the team that likes to control the pace. So who's going to win the battle of pace when it comes down to tonight's game? The Suns are playing kind of a defensive team. Well, they were a great defensive team last year, the Golden State Warriors. But this year so far, they've played some teams where the games have been a little bit high scoring because those teams like Denver, they don't play as much defense. So here against Phoenix, when you're playing a team that focuses on the defense, with the guys like Booker and Aiton and Bridges, these guys are more defensive oriented, and the series itself, right? 13 of the last 16 meetings have gone under. 20 of the last 28 in Phoenix have gone under. 7 of the last 8 in Phoenix have gone under, all under this number, average of about 221 or so. So this is a Warriors' first road game as they venture out a little bit. All 4 of the meetings last year between these two teams went under this total. Tony, Golden State's at a hot pace. We know that, about 110 possessions right now. But last year they were about 99 overall, and so you know that because of the teams that they've played so far, it's uh, a pretty big increase that is not sustainable. The Warriors will not. They're going to be a championship club, so they're going to play more defense when all is said and done. They know they can, against those teams that like to or can't play as much defense, they can play their type of game. Here, when they get in against the Suns and they get forced into that lower tempo game, yes, it does slow things down tremendously, but it often goes the Warriors' way. They've covered the series more often than not for the last 5, I believe. But I'm focusing on the total here. Phoenix allowing just 43 points per game inside. We know the Warriors are a more perimeter team, if you will, but Phoenix is allowing just 44% shooting, including 34% from 3-point range, and they've already done a pretty nice job against the Clippers team. They allowed them just 95 points in that 112-95 win. So, two of the best defensive teams last year. I expect this to be the case again tonight. I think the total probably 5 points or more too high, Tony. I mean, I've got on my window. 216 was the lowest number in my uh, prognostication window that I like to use to balance out my plays and try to come up with my selections. So that's the way I expect to see this one go. Phoenix can control this tempo. Whether or not they win or not, I'm not so sure about that. Phoenix takes this game seriously, but it always seems to work out the Warriors' way. But 220 seems more likely than that number that you see right there, Tony, if not a little bit lower in this one. High profile matchup that should play to the series history, quite frankly.
All right, Ramon says under 227 in this one, and we're seeing a lot of movement here on this line from a lot of the sharp books. So there are still 227s out there, but a lot of the sharp books now we're seeing, especially offshore and in Vegas, we've seen this money move here. So it's one of those uh, offshore versus well, even in Vegas, we're seeing the number come down. So guys, you can better hop on that because that seems to be the way this one is moving under 227 here. Warriors and Suns, yeah. Yeah, hard to argue that one. Of course, it's an interesting note here where you're looking at the home team. Home team may set the tempo. You often say that, and they're the slower paced team. Are the Suns versus that high flying, fast paced number one in pace Warriors team?
Yeah, and you mentioned that line move. I mean, I think the tickets are still going to be at least shaded a little bit to the over and the sharp money, the bigger money plays coming in on the under. So that's a usually one of those strong indicators right there that I like to use when I'm market handicapping as well. But you called it, Tony. I mean, really, it's Phoenix, it's Chris Paul, it's the way they dictate the tempo there, and Phoenix will fall into it, not into the trap of it necessarily, but Phoenix, with the style that they play, Golden State knows that they can play either or, if you will, and still possibly get it done. This is a closely rated game. I'm not saying that the Warriors are good to go for a victory. I do like the Warriors side here. Minnie and I did agree that the Warriors were the side to look at. And again, it's worked out for them in this series. They usually are able to get it done, but it's often a lower scoring game when these two teams meet. And we also talked about the league wide trend so far, Tony. 6 of the 8 games went under last night. Uh, while we do see some wacky scores so far with some pretty bad defensive teams when the games are getting, we've seen some 130s to 120s type of things so far, but uh, in general, right now the unders look like the way to go so far, including last night. Like I said, 6 of 8 to the under last night, and you've got two teams that focus on the defensive end like this. One of the top matchups so far the first week of the season. That's why I have it under.
All right, Ramon here at Warriors Suns under total of 227. This one gets underway here at 10 Eastern on TNT. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com right now. We've been on absolute fire here over the past 30 days. 1,824 units of profit, showing profit last 7 days. Showing profit, now he's up on the year board here. Over 3,000 units of profit in the NBA for this season, for this year, I should say. Been fantastic work. Great results here in the NHL. And it all, even in the NBA Summer League had 705 units of profit. So this man knows his NBA. So good time to get on board with Ramon Scott. All right, Ramon, we got a big NHL card. We got 4 from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Well, I've got one play in the NBA, Tony, and one in the NHL so far. Maybe I'll come up with some steam tonight. You'd think I'd be the steam guy uh, so far, but that hasn't been the case. Once you get a nice card in there and you feel good, um, a lot of times when you do, and the way I look at the steam, if you will, I know it's a little, we're paraphrasing a little bit our terminology, just calling our plays, late steam because we're coming in steaming on it. But a lot of times, if you miss a line move, it's not necessarily a play that I'm willing to give out to subscribers. But maybe that will be the case tonight. But I got one play in the NBA. It's up there for $15. I've got the Tony's Picks special on there. You see it there, peeking there at the bottom. The game tonight, one play, $15. Got the best bet special. So please capitalize on that. I got one play so far in the NHL. It's my best bet there as well. So yeah, Mindy and I went a little heavy on the card, and I thought I might come in with another premium or two in hockey, but man, you're right, Tony. You talk about some of those totals. Uh, we came in with a lot of goals, and I was expecting to come in with some overs tonight in the NHL. Uh, I was kind of worried when I saw those juiced 6.5s. So that's probably kind of where I kind of drew the line a little bit on some of the plays myself. So just two plays tonight right now, but going to keep it rolling. I'm 3-0 yesterday. You see the numbers there, 1672 over the last 7 days. Yeah, on a pretty good heater at this point right now, thanks to the subscribers too, uh, to the packages and to the long term, because of that's been good. When you're running good, people are jumping on board. That's the way we're trying to do it here, Tony. And right now, I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. So I know the subscribers are uh, pretty happy with the situation as well. As you see those numbers there, especially in these major sports. I laugh a little bit here, and because the NBA has been a little goofy so far, no doubt about it. Some people are already ready to, you know, uh, kick in the season again after a week, but I'm not. No, I mean, for me, it's a matter of picking the spots, and that's what's key in the NBA. There's no surprises here so far that some teams are expected to win, and throwing in the clunker right there just when you think they're gonna be double digit favorites. And everyone's kind of upset right now. Why is this happening in the NBA? Well, we're back to the usual NBA. Well, for me, you know, I kind of got that algorithmic approach that keeps me on the right side most of the time. So that's why you want to get involved with me over there at Tony'sPicks.com. You see yesterday, 2-0 in the NBA, 1-0 in the NHL, and I'm hoping to sweep these two tonight. I probably will, given the current run that I'm on. So please hop on board. Go on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save that 20%. That'd give you a real good price on my NBA Tuesday night discount best bet. $15 without the discount. So apply the discount, and you got a nice play right there with me from a I don't know hot NBA capper like Red Hot Ramon Scott. That's the way I like to type it up on the preview sheet. Tony, feeling pretty good, obviously, right now.
So, guys,
This is almost talking trash with my style.
It's funny. Yeah, get on board. We're almost got over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see the numbers here because I want to show off some of the smart tab navigation. We don't, keeping you on the page. You don't have to go and click all these page views. Very easy for you to shop for your picks at Tony'sPicks.com because we put the user experience first. And again, most sites, if you want to check all this, you probably would have to hit 20 pages to get there. We make it quick for you. We do sacrifice the page views, but it will get them back in the long run because we put the user experience first. So when you want to do your research on our cappers, you can see how easy it is to check the records. Just click on the tabs. You're not having to go and click all these pages to find that information. We'll scroll down here and you'll be able to find what's on for sale for Ramon today. He does have that NHL Tuesday at best bet on the board right now, so get on board with that one, as well as the NBA Tuesday night discount best bet. The $15 pre and play is up there. Of course, if both profit guarantee must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account. That is profit guarantee. As you scroll down, you'll see the longer term passes that Ramon offers. He has some seasonal passes here from the NBA as well as NHL. We'll scroll some more. You'll see NFL and college football season passes up there. Continue the scrolling, the end of the CFL season here, as well as the longer term passes, the all sports passes here at the bottom. You can choose between the weekly, the 3-day, 7-day, or all sports pass. You get all of Ramon's premium plays on all sports, and you see how much sports he wins at because you see that at the top of the page. Long-term passes, you want to go 1 year all sports pass, all of Ramon's plays for the year. The 30-day all sports pass for 30 days. That 1 month pass, you get all of Ramon's World Series picks, all of his NBA plays for 30 days. We got all of his NFL, his college football, NHL, college basketball is in play. It begins in about 13 days. We tip off a huge schedule of games. Not a lot of marquee matchups. You probably need some handicapper help there because I don't see too many marquee matchups in the first few days. I think in the weekend there's a few, but there's a lot of action from college basketball starting in just 13 days. I've already looked at the schedule there, so there's a lot of action. This is the time to go on with that long-term pass here from Ramon. We talked about that 1 month pass, maybe even some World Cup, right? That will be first 7 days of World Cup. I'm sure Ramon will be in. Everyone's in action in World Cup. Oh, I hate it. People talk about soccer, but everyone's all in when it comes to World Cup. So you could bet he'll find something in the World Cup. I'm pretty sure he will. So that will also include the first 7 days of World Cup. Get on board that Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. And we talked about this late steam. This is a feature here that for the long-term customers. Again, if you look for this green in the pick ticker and over the cappers handicapper page, that's the late steam. That means these are picks that have been released within 10 minutes and 2 hours of game time. That's late steam. If Ramon has any late steam, that will also be part of your long-term pass. It's included at no charge is the late steam plays. And again, when Ramon enters plays that begin within 10 minutes and 2 hours of game time, when he puts in those late picks, those picks are emailed directly to your inbox for long-term subscribers. Long-term subscribers also have a 5-minute exclusive window to act on those plays in front of the rest of the world. Because after 5 minutes, it will show up on our pick ticker. So again, you have that 5-minute exclusivity window up there. Take advantage of it, get the long-term pass, and get signed up right now. And of course, use that promo code. We're going to do the math here on the 1 month all sports pass. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we talked about we got the great show going on here with the morning steam here on Tony'sPicks.com, YouTube, and Twitter account. And of course, at 9 a.m. Eastern time with a full card rundown, and also delve into college football as well. And of course, we put together a Tony's Picks Ramon account just for picks on the Twitter.
Yeah, get my play tonight in the NHL. Head on over to Tony's Picks Ramon on Twitter and pick up another free play, another free winner for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. It's in the NHL tonight. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more morning steam. Pulled together a winning card yesterday. I think we'll do so again today. We're putting up the numbers, putting the numbers in the green. I like when I see my account up there, Tony, on the leaderboard, and I like when I see the morning steam account up there. It makes me feel good. So Mindy and I get together, we see what games we agree on. Those end up being our consensus plays, kind of turn those into premium plays and repackage them, but you can get them all for free by watching our show 6 days a week at the morning steam here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Every 6 days a week, like I said, we just go through the entire card, preview the game, and if we agree on it, it's a consensus play, and those plays are doing quite well. Like you say, we wanted to document them. There they are, documented right on the site. And as I explained today, that's why I got involved with you, because really to get legitimacy kind of in this business, you need that third-party source. You just can't be spouting off winners on Twitter. I'm a former Twitter capper. I've done every kind of capping for 30 years, from newsletters to 900 numbers to screaming at telephones and things like that to today's modern stuff with Twitter, and I was doing that as well. But when the invite came out to join Tony's Picks, that's what I wanted to do. You look at the multi-capper sites, the way they track the plays, that's the way to do it. And my numbers are up there, plain as day, tracked. I can't change them. I put them in like it's a sports book. Once the plays are in, they're in. So sometimes you don't even get the best of the line. That's just the way it is. Sometimes the customer actually gets a better line, which is cool. But again, by the end of the day, there they are. They're the plays up there. You can check them every day, even if you're not ready to purchase yet. Follow along, see how I'm doing. Like I said, Tony, 1,600 units up for the week. If you're betting $100 plays, you'd be up 1,600. I think that with these higher end picks, these boutique picks, if you will, my players are probably playing a little bit more than 100 a game. So when you see that 1,600, you can usually go 2 or 3x that number, if not more, and see how much people are winning when they subscribe to my picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. So just a lot of winning right now because the boards are big, the opportunities are there, and this is where we take advantage.
That's right. Our leaderboards we base it on $100 a unit play, but I know a lot of the people who buy picks, much higher, 500 to 10K a game from our input we've had from people on the phone and what they've told us on the live chat. So it's a pretty big number there. The folks that buy the picks are heavy bankroll bettors with heavy bankrolls. Guys, check out Ramon. Of course, the morning steam with those consensus plays. They're for free when you watch the show. They're not for free if you don't watch the show. It's very simple. It's very easy formula to fit. And of course, people who don't watch the show are gladly pay. Gladly pay. They gladly pay. They really gladly pay. They don't mind it. And we already talked to some of the folks about that. On the live chat, they inquire about the morning steam. Because a lot of people track it, they don't know about the show. Do you want? And some that don't, we tell them what it is. Oh, we like that concept. Okay, you can get them for free, or you can pay. And I'll pay. I'll pay. All right, Go ahead and pay. So no worries there, right? So get on board here with Ramon and again, sign up to one of his long-term passes and check out the show here on our channel. Morning Steam, a full card rundown every day, and then some as we even look ahead to some of the sports like college football and NFL. They're done in advance, so you want to check it out. A lot of good archiving as well. And don't forget the podcast, Tony's Picks Podcast. Go back and listen to the entire Morning Steam on your drive home from work today. We put the entire show 1 hour plus up there with a full game breakdown for the entire card for today. All right, Ramon, keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks as always for the opportunity, brother.
You got it. Ramon Scott here.